Hi there! Welcome to a new video on the Sugaridoo channel. My name is Irene and Sugaridoo is all about happy crafty projects for quilting and crochet. And today is part 4 in the Tree House Quilt series. And I am going to assemble this quilt. So I've made all these blocks. There are 63 blocks in total and I'm going to assemble them today. At least I'm going to try. I have no clue how long it takes to assemble 63 blocks, but I guess we will see. So I am going to start on this side of the quilt, so I'm going to join that block with that one and that block with that one, that block with that one, so that I have one long strip of blocks sewn together, and then I can continue adding this one and this row and this row and all the way to that side of the quilt. So let's start picking up those blocks. My setup for today is piles of blocks. So this is my first row and the second row and my sewing machine. So I pick a block from the first row and I pick a block from the second, place them together, and then I will sew along this side, so that way I can chain piece. So when I've sewn this one, I'm going to pick the next block and the next one, sew them together and continue like that. So this is the pile that I'm left with. All the blocks are sewn together. Let me show you how this looks. And there we have all the blocks. So I've made rows of trees and houses. And now I'm going to press all the seams of one row to the left and the other row to the right. And then I can join all the rows. And then everything is together already. Oh, and if you're wondering how everything is attached, I've left the little threads between the blocks when I was chain piecing. So this is just a piece of thread that's holding all the rows together. So that is why the whole quilt is already in one piece. And that's very handy because now I cannot lose track of which row is going to go where. So I just leave this. I'm not going to cut them. I can just put this here and give it a press. So I'm going to press all these seams to one side, and then on the next row I'm going to press all the seams to the other side. seams are pressed. So now I can start joining the rows together. And because I've pressed the seams of each row in an opposite direction, I can snuggle up the seams to fit the blocks on each row precisely on top of each other. So what I do is I have my top 2 rows, and I just take the first 2 blocks and place the rows. I fold the rows on top of each other, and then I look for the seam. Here we have it. Let me see if I can show you. So here we have a seam that is folded to this side, and on the other side we have a seam that's folded to that side. So we can put them on top of each other. There are some threads here in the way. There we go. So that's how I snuggle up the seams. And that really helps. So these blocks are manageable size, so I don't have to pin. I will just put the seams nicely snuggled into each other, and then I can start sewing, so I'm not going to pin anything. And there we have the first 2 rows are joined. And as you can see, snuggling up those seams make these corners line up perfectly. Let's do this. Only 7 more rows to go. Yay, I did it! Everything is assembled. Everything is sewn together. So all the blocks are together, and I think it looks awesome. I'm super happy with how it looks now. So I'm going to leave it on my design wall for a while so I can think about how I'm going to quilt this one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and in the next one, I think that's the last one of the Tree House Quilt series, I'm going to quilt the whole quilt. Hope to see you then. Bye bye!